Very good evening to everyone. My name is Purushottam. I am a faculty hospitality and tourism management, Government College Dhaliara, and today I'm going to discuss very important topic of hospitality and tourism management from classroom to career. I practical industry insights and current practices what are in the industry, what are skills needed and career pathway. So coming to the next slide, this is my professional journey. I started my career from housekeeping and reservations, and currently I am a trainer of vocational training, progressions through hotel operations, revenue, e-commerce, and skill-based educations. I started my deep career from leisure hotel groups. I was working there as a senior reservation executive from 2013 to 2014. Then I moved to a core hotels group where I worked in reservation, started my career with that. Then I worked with the Pullman Novotel New Delhi Aero City, for 2.5 years. Then I was promoted to and I took opportunities and assistant reservations and revenue manager. Radisson Blue Indore 5-star hotel. It was where I had did reservation revenue departments. And I was moved to the Doha. I worked with IBS and Razio, is in a French company as in reservation and revenue supervisors. I was a head of that property. I opened this property. I did installations and spent very good time during the FIFA World Cup at Doha. And currently I am a faculty at the Government College Dhaliara. So my journey starts from reservations, then revenue, then reservation, then again e-commerce. I have become supervisors and then managerial role. Currently I'm training to the new young youths for the hospitality sector. We are going to discuss today what the vocational education is, how does it works. We will be discussing the different hotel operations, how does they work. I am not discussing the topic, I am not giving you the why. What I am going to discuss what the practical insights are. Some of the role play we'll be discussing. What are the current practices, what digital guest journey, artificial intelligence, sustainability we will be talking about, and career pathways and 30-day industry readiness challenge we are going to discuss with you today. So the questions come: what is vocational education? Meaning, purpose, relevance. We are going to discuss today the evaluation of hospitality industry. Vocational educations prepare individual for specific job traits, occupations and career of different. So vocational education prepare the people for the industry, what they are going to do in the industry. So that is the motive of this vocational educations. This the vocational education focus on practical skills, hands-on learning, and job-oriented knowledge only. And learning is strengthened through workshop, laboratories, demonstrations, workplace practices. The aim is to connect classroom learning with occupational competency and employability. Coming to the next slide. So why vocational education fits hospitality and tourism? This fits because this industry provide practical training, uh, because in the lab we are not teaching this hospitality. We are just giving the practical training about the glasses. We are showing them. We are doing service. We are doing demo check-in, reception, kitchens, rooms, tours, industry exposures, internship. Students are going for internship every semester, every job roles. For they are going to the hotels for a visit, and workplace learning they are doing. Skill development, they are build occupational communications. We are focusing on at the institution level. And employability, connect skill with the hotels, restaurants. They are visiting to the hotels, and while they are on the training, because they are visiting every semester to the hotels, and they are getting exposure. So they are known with the different industries. So the employer gets trust on them. They check their skills. They know who is the student capable of handling what. When they are connecting, they are getting the employability easily, and with the help of vocational educations, they can not only get the jobs, but they have opportunities of opening their startups like homestays, cafe, catering, and tours. So when the students come in this course, when join hospitality and tourism management course, so the first way of student is reading the books, getting the knowledge. When you are in the course, try to get maximum knowledge about the industry, maximum knowledge about the courses, maximum knowledge you can get from the books. Because what is going to happen, if you have a knowledge, then you can know the skills, what sort of skills required. Try to get those skills at the labs in the hotels, then you can practice these things, and then go to the workplace, and then you execute them. You have no problem of handling such issues. Okay, so coming to the next slide, what does hospitality really sell? The product is not only a room, meal, or ticket. So what the hospitality sell? We don't sell just the hotel. We sell the comfort to the guest. We sell the convenience to the guest. We sell the safety to the guest. We sell the experience to the guest, and we provide the memories to the guest. So we sell the memories to the guest. Hospitality is the business of creating experience. Coming to the next presentation, from traditional hospitality 1.0 to hospitality 6.0. Understanding where the hospitality came from and where it is heading. To understand where the hospitality industry is heading, we first need to understand where it came from. हॉस्पिटैलिटी हम प्रेजेंट की तो बात कर लेते हैं, बट हमेशा कैसे इसका दौर हुआ है, हर चीज का हमें इतिहास पता होना चाहिए. Hospitality has never remained static. Technological, social and economic changes have continuously transformed how hotel and tourism business create and deliver value to the guest. अगर हम इवैल्यूएशन की बात करते हैं तो सबसे पहले when we talk about 1.0, that basic shelter, जब इसका कॉन्सेप्ट शुरू हुआ था बिफोर 19th सेंचुरी, तो लोगों को रहने के लिए जब हम ट्रैवल करते थे तो हमें रहने के लिए जगह चाहिए और सेफ्टी चाहिए, यहाँ तक सीमित था. फिर धीरे धीरे ब्रांड आए 19th सेंचुरी के बाद, हिल्टन, बड़े बड़े ब्रांड्स आना शुरू हुए. फिर उन्होंने SOPs हो गए, स्टैंडर्ड्स हो गए, वो फॉलो करना शुरू कर दिए. जैसे ही डिजिटलाइजेशन 3.0 हो शुरू हुआ, फिर वैसे ही पर्सनलाइजेशन के ऊपर फोकस शुरू हुआ, फिर स्मार्ट प्लस सस्टेनेबिलिटी के ऊपर काम हो शुरू हुआ. फिर आज का जो दौर चल रहा है वो 6.0 का दौर शुरू हो चुका है. इसके बारे में हम आने वाली स्लाइड्स में बात करेंगे. हॉस्पिटैलिटी 1.0 बेसिक शेल्टर, जस्ट जगह चाहिए होती थी. कोर आइडिया वाज टू गेट बेड, फूड एंड सेफ्टी. टेक्नोलॉजी की जब हम बात करते हैं, इट वाज लिटिल और नो टेक्नोलॉजी. सर्विस इज प्राइमरली फेस टू फेस. सर्विस मॉडल जो था वो बेसिक था, फंक्शनल था और लार्जली स्टैंडर्डाइज था. रोड साइड में ज्यादातर होते थे, ट्रेडिशनल लॉजिंग होती थी और अर्ली होटल्स होते थे. तो आपकी स्टूडेंट टेक अवेज यू विल गेट फ्रॉम हियर. हॉस्पिटैलिटी बिगिंस विद मीटिंग फंडामेंटल गेस्ट नीड्स. बेसिक नीड्स पे ज्यादा फोकस जो था इसमें किया जाता था. जब हम then came hospitality 2.0 era. It was in 19 to 1980. core idea was branding. brands शुरू हुए. कंसिस्टेंसी अक्रॉस प्रॉपर्टीज, जैसे आप स्टैंडर्ड की बात करेंगे, जैसे हिल्टन का अपना स्टैंडर्ड्स है, डिफरेंट तरह पे ब्रांड्स के होटल खोलना शुरू हो गए. जो सर्विस दिल्ली में मिलती थी, जो SOPs दिल्ली में थी, और में दूसरी जगह. फिर टेलीफोन आए, इसमें टेक्नोलॉजिकल रिनोवेशन हुआ, रिजर्वेशन सिस्टम्स आ गए. देन केम स्टार रेटिंग होटल्स, स्ट्रक्चर ऑपरेटिंग प्रोसीजर्स, एंड देन सर्विस मॉडल केम. repeatable standards and clearly defined service process. Examples, major hotel chains such as Hilton, Marriott during the 20th century आना शुरू हो गए थे. तो guests began to expect predictable quality wherever the brand operates. तो जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि क्वालिटी ब्रांड स्टैंडर्ड्स के ऊपर काम होना शुरू हो गया था इस दौर में. अगर हम हॉस्पिटैलिटी 3.0 की बात करते हैं तो डिजिटलाइजेशन ऑफ ऑपरेशन का दौर इसमें जो था दैट स्टार्टेड. कोर आइडिया वाज मेक द गेस्ट जर्नी डिजिटल एंड एक्सेसिबल ऑनलाइन. टेक्नोलॉजीज वेबसाइट आना शुरू हो गई, OTAs आ गए, ईमेल कंफर्मेशन भेजना शुरू कर दिया ओपेरा से, ऑनलाइन बुकिंग कॉन्सेप्ट्स आ गया, सेंटर रिजर्वेशन मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम्स आना शुरू हो गए. गेस्ट जर्नी जो थी सर्च करना गूगल था, कंपेयर करना, बुकिंग करना, कंफर्मेशन डिजिटली मिलना शुरू हो गया था इसमें. एग्जाम्पल, अ गेस्ट बुक अ रूम थ्रू एन ऑनलाइन ट्रैवल एजेंसीज एंड रिसीव एन इंस्टेंट कंफर्मेशन. Student takeaway, digital literacy become an essential hospitality skill. When we talk about a hospitality 4.0, personalize the experience, 2000 के बाद जो था personalization कि गेस्ट अगर आ रहा है he should get experience. So the core idea was from mass service to individual service. Use guest data preferences to tailor the experience. अगर मेरे को बैंगन पसंद है, अगर मेरे को रूम में कोई चीज आइटम पसंद है, जब मैं एक होटल से दूसरे होटल में जा रहा था क्योंकि एक और जैसे मैं एक और होटल्स ग्रुप में रहा हूँ तो उसमें रिजर्व एक सिस्टम होता है. रिजर्व में जो गेस्ट का मैं प्रेफरेंसेस में मैं अपडेट कर देता हूँ, लाइक गेस्ट डजंट लाइक नॉन वेज, तो वहां पे वो दूसरे होटल्स में सेम ब्रांड में अगर गेस्ट जा रहा है, सो that hotel will also knowing what happened there if some incident happened in my hotel. So when the guest is going to the other hotels, so that staff will be knowing what happened with that hotel. So if he is a VIP 1, he is a VIP 4 guest at my hotel, so when he is going to that property, they will be knowing what happened this guest wherever he stays. So that kind of personalized experience that properties were providing them during this era. So big data, CRM, loyalty programs came, mobile apps, keyless entry cards started. Okay. Example, a hotel remember room temperature preferences or offer late checkout based on guest history. Service model, the right offer, service or communication at the right moment provided during that time. Student takeaway comes from here, data become a service tool, but responsible data use and privacy matters. So privacy was the important because we don't need to share any privacy of the guest. Guest should not be hampered. Whether credit card details or any guest information which is very imperative to them, that should not be disclosed. When we are serving to the guest, we need to remember that any of the personal information of the guest that should not be leaked from the hotel side. When we talk about the hospitality 5.0, it was smart and sustainable and during 2015 till 2025. So technology meets efficiency and sustainability. During this era, on the sustainable hospitality and tourism service was focused. For example, core idea, Internet of Things, automations, AI-enabled systems, and sustainability become increasingly integrated. Smart rooms, voice assistance, robotics, energy management system, and connected and sensor were introduced during this era. Example, smart control adjusts lighting and energy use when a guest leaves the room. Business value, better guest experience, operational efficiency plus reduced resource consumptions. Future hospitality professionals need both digital and sustainability skills. तो इसमें जब हम प्रैक्टिकल अगर मैं बात करूं, आई विल प्योरली टॉक अबाउट व्हाट हैपन इन द होटल्स। तो स्मार्ट जैसे एआई का दौर भी इसमें काफ़ी सिस्टम एआई इनेबल सिस्टम्स को यूज़ किया जाने लगा। जितने भी सॉफ्टवेयर्स हैं, चाहे वो रजावेव है, चाहे वो हायत में रिजर्वियो है, वो एआई इनेबल थे। कोई भी इंफॉर्मेशन है वो ट्रांसफॉर्म हो जाती थी इसमें। और सस्टेनेबिलिटी के लिए जैसे लीनन यूज़ करना है। एक और मैरिट होटल्स में भी मैंने जहाँ पर आई वर्कड विद अ मैरिट होटल, there was a green card which when we putting on the bed, there's clearly written for the guest in case uh, if you don't want to get your bed sheet washed, kindly put this card on the bed and we will not change your bed sheet. So that kind of sustainability and smart programs are running by the hotel. And most of the guests also aware that we are sitting for one day in the bed, so why we need to change it. And that, yeah, sort of voice assistance was there. When you go on the hotel website, there is a robotics was started during this day, not in India majorly, but outside the world. And currently we are living in the hospitality 6.0 era, where networked and intelligent ecosystem is present in the hospitality. And this will be further long continuous. You're lucky that you are living in the very personalized and the AI connectivity. The core idea of this is hospitality become predictive, hyper personalized, connected with the wider destinations. What the role of technology is, artificial intelligence, advanced connectivities happen, real-time data, shared platforms, smart city systems. Examples: a hotel could coordinate with the transport and destination service using real-time travel information. Guest journey, when we talk about the hotel sports the whole trip, not only the stay. Rather, guests need anything. If, nowadays, the hotels are arranging two trips wherever you're going. They have travel services, concierge services. The hotels are booking the tickets also for. So overall, the flights our hotels are booking. That is intelligent ecosystems nowadays. AI systems the hotels have. When we talk about the student takeaway, hospitality professional will increasingly manage technology, data, partnerships, human experience together. Because most of the jobs will be taken by the artificial intelligence, which we are going to discuss in other coming slides. So what changes happened? I made very clear personalized presentations here. What was the core focus? When we talk about the era of 1.0, it was the basic needs. What guests expect, just expect the shelter, food and safety. The and enable technology, it was face to face. Then focus on consistency of service. What service Marriott providing at the US, the same service I will get at India. So brand standard were focus. We call it a brand standards, and reservation and phone, phone and reservations. Then this concepts came. Digital access 3.0 era. Online journey became, websites came, OTAs came, central reservation management systems came. Then the industry focus on the personalizations. Individual guest focus was made. Data app loyalty programs came. Then 5.0 smart and sustainable hospitality was focused, and the guest expectations was to get experience and efficiency. Internet of things, internet was the main, Wi-Fi, all those things was introduced. Automation of services, artificial intelligence was uh, widely introduced in the era of 5.0. Then connected ecosystem, whole trip experience of the guest, AI plus real-time networks was introduced. So this slides makes you use understandable in what era, what changes happen. A hotel is a team, not a department. When we study at the college, we study about the front office, housekeeping, F&B service, production, engineering, sales, so many departments. Finance department is within the hotels. There is an engineering department. There are sub departments of the hotels. When we talk about, there are reservation, there are concierge department, but concierge has been taken by the agentic AI. Hilton, as per the latest trends of news, the Hilton removed this concierge desk, then catering department, reservation department, when we talk guest relation departments within the housekeeping. So whether if when the guest is coming to the hotels, if any of them is unable to provide the service, any of them is failed to give the experience, entire guest journey fails. For the guest, it does not matter from which uh, department you are working. For a guest, if you are in the Marriott, if you are working with Accor, Hilton, IHG, Oberoi's, Taj, for them you are a Taj and you are an employee of Taj. He doesn't care from which departments you are. So we, as a department, we focus on a one guest experience. If one department fail, who who feel the impact? Of course, guest will feel the impact. So in this review, we are talking about on reality what really happened during a hotel shift. In a hotel shift, think about as briefing happens. So when you are studying at the college, you need to think what should be happen in the briefing. We need to practice what can go wrong, what must be coordinated in the briefing. Same with the occupancy and arrivals, VIP special requests, check-in, guest request, complaint and recovery, checkouts and handover. So professionalism the most visible when the operation. So see, everyone can do. I can also work. If some illiterate person is trained, he can also take a check-in in the same way. But how we work when there is under pressure, there is 100% occupancy and we have 10 banquets, 2,000, 3,000 guests are in the banquet, and receptions we are 2 person only handling them. So when we have a pressure, how we handle that situations, how we mm, how we deal with the people, how we deal with the employer, how we work in under pressure, that's matter a lot. That's what we need to learn when we are in education. So on the employability, what does the industry really look for? So, so a qualification gets you considered, competence gets you trusted. So these are the three pillars of your competence when you are in this industry. One is a technical skills, we call it a hard skill also. Human skills are the soft skills, and professional habits what you have. So in the technical schemes comes how do you take a check-in and how do you know service, about reservation, service procedures, food safety, room standards, tour operations. The technical in the department you are working, how much you know, how efficient you are. Uh, Human skills means communications, empathy, teamwork. Are you able to work in a teamwork? How is your communications, empathy, emotional intelligence? How punctual you are in the hospitality. If you're shift at practically, I'm talking about in the India, we always says there is a time for coming on the shift, but for a leaving there is no time. I giving the example, if there is a wedding happened within the hotel and the timings are 11 to 3, in case that wedding's time extend till 5 6, will you leave the hotel? No. So we always call it when the event is happening you need to come for 30 minutes before, but for the leaving the property you don't know when I can leave the property. That matters a lot. So again I'm saying the it does not matter how much intelligent you are, but it's mattered in the hospitality how attentive you are and how you handle your pressure and the moment when you are in the industry. So student versus industry professional. As a student, what you do? You practice challenges, you discuss complaints, you do role play without the guest. Then what happens? In the hotels, you handle complaint, you listen, you own, you solve, you follow up the problems. Then at the college, what we teach classroom focus, we learn a teamwork. We teach, we read on the book, we do role plays, We go on the internship, we practice there, how does team work. And when we join workplace, then work as one team across departments. Practice communications. So college is the best time to practice on your communications and communicate under pressure and adapt tone. When you are dealing any complaint, you are talking to the guest. When the guest is angry, how is your tone? How communicate to the guest? How you handle that any pressure with the polite communication, with the politeness, with empathy. You know? So learn service standards. When we go to the industry, we do practical. We study about KRA, about SOPs, about different challenges, the how to do the turn down service in the evening. So this professional hospitality, vocational hospitality and tourism education provides you how the classrooms and the workplace will be working. So as a students, you are just learning, and industry they are experienced people. When you are in industry, you are getting the experience. You more you dealing with the guest, more you are learning, but more you should be empathetic about learning how we can get on that. So key skills area in the hospitality and tourism. So when talking about skills, that's in a reception, we need you should be check-in, check-out, how to take a check-in, check-out, reservations, guest communication, in F&B, food and beverage service, housekeeping, travel and tourism, customer service. In food production, culinary skills, kitchen operations, खाना बनाना आपको आना चाहिए, फूड सेफ्टी के बारे में FSSAI पता होना चाहिए, क्या इसकी गाइडलाइंस है, क्लीनिंग प्रोसीजर्स क्या है, हाइजीन क्या है के बारे में आपको पता होना चाहिए. अभी लेटेस्ट न्यूज चल रही थी कि कर्नाटका में कुछ होटल्स जो हैं वो हाइजीन की वजह से बंद हो गए हैं. कुछ हुआ था, FSSAI ने रेड किया था, और वो जो होटल थे 5 स्टार होटल, आई डोंट वांट टू टेक नेम हियर, दे वर नॉट फॉलोइंग द FSSAI गाइडलाइंस. एंड वन IS ऑफिसर थोड़ा था, ही वॉज थोड़ा टेढ़ा आदमी, टकर गया उनको, तो उसने बंद कर दिया. सी द पावर ऑफ ISs. देन हाउसकीपिंग में आपको हाउ टू डू रूम क्लीनिंग, हाउ टू डू डस्टिंग, प्रिंसिपल ऑफ क्लीनिंग, क्लीनिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स, ये आपको पता होने चाहिए. आप लोगों ने मैं आशा करता हूँ कॉलेजेस में भी पढ़े होंगे. अगर आप इफ यू आर इन द ट्रैवल एंड टूरिज्म सेक्टर्स, टूर प्लानिंग कैसे होती है, हाउ टू प्रिपेयर आइटनरीज, गाइडिंग कैसे होगी, टूर असिस्टेंस कैसे होगा, यू नीड डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ लैंग्वेजेस इफ यू वर्किंग एज अ टूर गाइड. When we are in the customer service, how we communicate, grooming, problem solving, guest needs. Why vocational hospitality and tourism education matter? Because this from skills to employment inclusion and local employment. This provide employment in different hotels, cruise, resorts. Uh, it's provide a skill during the course, certifications to the students. Continuous learning is there. Practical skills are there. Internships there. Guest lectures are regularly happen. This encourages them to make them self-employed, and inclusion empowerment provides this course to the guests. Vocational education extends beyond job preparations to lifelong learning and empowerment. So also vocational hospitality and education's major focus has been given in the NEP 2020 also. What we discussed like a guest lecture, employability, internship, field visits, that were also part of the national education schemes, because these are the integral part of the NEP 2020 as a mainstream. The course has to be included. When we talking about industry and education linkages, is a very imperative. So when I am talking about the Himachal, where we are running the vocational educations, uh, within the year 36 lectures are within the B.Voc hospitality and tourism curriculum. 36 guest lectures for all 3 classes are mandatory in both the courses. 18 in hospitality, 18 guest lectures are mandatory within 1 year. Then internships in the B.Voc hospitality and tourism course, it's in the 1 month in the first semester, 1 month training in the second semester. The fourth semester is entirely for 3 months for industrial training. Then for the 6 months, they are also visiting for the industrial training. Then we are getting the feedback from the industry. We are giving the feedback from to the HR, to the training doors. If he's working in the housekeeping manager and training managers together will mark, and based on that, they will get the marks in their skill examinations. Field visits and demos we are regularly conducting in the B.Voc course, and industry-led practices are continuously happening in Himachal Pradesh. So when we the latest figures of 2025, which I have from PLFS annual reports and from different reports, is 5% of vocational education lies in India. When we're talking about the other countries, in China, it's around about more than 90%. Germany, Italy, they are majorly investing for the very long time on the vocational education. So looking at those stats from these countries, and nowadays the India is also focusing bringing vocational educations in many even private and government colleges with the partnerships of uh, training service providers with the companies who are experts in those sectors. When we're talking about the age from 15 to 59 in India, 4.2% are vocational educations. So in India, 95 institutes under the NCHMCT academic network in 2024-2025. So latest data I could not find on that. For students, the opportunity is real, but being industry ready requires more than a qualification. I talk about you need here the more from the knowledge to how we are skilled. So for that, the vocational education majorly focus on the practical during the education. Whatever you are doing, when you are selecting, getting selected, the same job you will be doing. So there is no gap between education and what the industry really is, because when the students going our students are going for the training in the hotels, any hotels, we ask them what is the gap. Apart from the looking at the syllabi, we are not focusing on if that is not relevant to them. We are focusing what the student like, and accordingly whenever the skill examinations are happening, we are not focusing on that. So when we talk about like in journal, even hospitality and tourism educations, in other courses we always give a written examination that, but when in the vocational B.Voc hospitality and tourism courses, so sector skills councils providing the who are the expert training companies, they are taking a viva how they are trained. They are taking a online MCQs based questions, and just they are doing the practical, nothing to write. They don't need to pick a pen, because they just want to analyze how they are skilled or not. How does a B.Voc hospitality and tourism course work? From classroom learning to job ready performance. So in the B.Voc course, in the first semester, there are two components. One is skill component in B.Voc and one is the journal component. The journal component is taught by who are the net set or assistant professor. For the skill component, we are hired as a vocational trainers. As a trainer, we are providing a skill practical training to the students in the lab. Uh, because for the first year, there is a one trainer assigned who has a certification from Sector Skill Council, Tourism Hospitality Skill Council from SSC. And for second year, one trainer is hired. For final year, one trainer is hired. So they are providing every day for the curriculum is divided into 3 lectures. So 1 hour lecture is mandatory in this. So the trainer who are assigned for the first semester, he will train him on what does the front office associate does. When he's coming to the second semester, there is a trainer who's trained on the housekeeping, who has after the master's 3 year experience of industry. He's hired and he's certified from the sector skill councils. He will train those students. Then they will go for the internship in the hotels. Second years, the students will come for study. They will learn in the classrooms for the third semester, and then fourth semesters, those students will go to the industry where they will get the industrial practical exposure. When in the final year again they will come to the classes, they will study from us, then we will place them for a in the job training where they will get the placements also. So when we look at the placements of Himachal Pradesh, the placement is around about more than 80%. So these are some of the pictures I have taken. If you go on the Google, you can search job role, guest service associate, duty manager, restaurant managers. So these are the qualification pack code. So here everything is advised, what sort of qualification is required, and day by day training schedules, how we need to train, on what skills, sort of skills we need to provide. So all the parameters or training conditions, everything is mentioned in that. So go on the Google, search job role, get service associate, THSC. You will get a very big booklet of 70 or 80 pages, which is approved by THSC. So the B.Voc model, when we vocational education model, we are talking about what student actually do. Again, it's on focus on theory. We teach theory in the concept, standards, procedures, terminology. Then students go, we teach them practical, perform task repeatedly until the process become natural. Then we do the role play, practices realistic guest and workplace situation. Industry exposure we provide the students, observe and experience actually hotel operations are. Assessment demonstrates knowledge and practical competence of the students. We do assessments, and I explained you the assessment procedures, how does it happen when they are in the examination. Employability, so after the final semester we provide them build communication, teamwork, grooming and problem solving, then we provide the employability of them. Vocational training is stronger when students can explain and demonstrate the skills. So I already explained about these roles, what are the front office associate does. So core role, they learn about guest journey, pre-arrival, reservation, registration, room allocations, digital skills they are getting, service skills they are getting, and revenue awareness, what are the ADR is, what are the RAPAR, um, how how we study about BOB, history and forecast reports, where we get a data, all information, and this is what about. Then what must you be able to perform? So daily operation, reception, reservation workflow. We train them on spill. Guess what are the selling skills when we are on the call? How we need to sell, how to ask a questions. If any guest who is when we are on reservation, we ask whether he is traveling for the leisure purpose or business purpose, whether he is celebrating birthday or not. So how we ask the queries, how we handle those reservations. This is very much imperative for them. How we take check-ins, how we greet to the guest. We say namaste. Why we do say namaste? Some of says good morning. In most of the hotels, we call the guest with the first name, Mr. Devin. In the Marriott, there are different procedures we all go. So it is imperative to learn how the skills are. Then room allocation, guest service, reservations. So these are the activities we perform as a level 4. Coming to the second semester, which is a level 4.5, housekeeping executive. We train them how to make them room ready, supervisions, quality control, how to inspect a room, identify defects, communication, maintenance needs, guest experience, respond professionally to housekeeping related guest requests, inventory and control. From associate to executive, what changes happened. So we really trained on that progress. So in the I can perform the task, I can perform plus monitor when supervisors becomes task and quality, when become a manager's task and quality, focus accuracy, guest contact, SOP, basic system and discipline, focus work allocation, inspections, coordinations and quality. The question changes from did I do it, is the operation meeting the standards? So when you are on the managerial levels, sort of skills you get on that. Class questions: which level for skills will help you become a good housekeeping executive? So communication, time coordinations, time management, guest orientation, teamwork, Please attention to detail. Please remember this. So, as a duty managers, what are the roles? We train them. What are the job responsibility of duty manager? What does he do? So the role shift from individual department work to the hotel-wide coordination, operational control, work on guest recovery, team coordination, decision making, shift responsibilities is a duty manager responsibilities. You are no longer responsible only for own tasks. You will help the operations such as housekeeping, all departments. You need to coordinate. So in the final year, we trained on the restaurant managers. We teach them about F&B service till the restaurant managers, maintains restaurant service standards, guest satisfactions, allocate staff, brief team, coach performance, and manage discipline. Revenue covers, what are covers, average spend, menu mix, upselling, cost awareness. Food beverage, coordinating kitchen and service, understand menu and beverage requirements. Guest recoveries, resolve service failure while protecting guest trust and awareness and trust. Management skill, service knowledge, people leadership plus business awareness. So these are four different questions, four different questions. Can I deliver the task correctly? Can I maintain and monitor the standard? When we are in the second years, in short, we learn, can I coordinate the operation and solve problems? So the tagline we get in the fifth semester, can I lead people, guest and business performance? So when we come in the course, we get skill, supervision, coordination, and then management. Perform, monitor, coordinate, and manage. How classroom learning connects to hotel operations, theory, practical, and then workplace. So front office theory, reservation, registration, we already discussed on that. Industry exposure, where the learning become real. We also discuss on this industry visit. We do, this is the, I think, repeated slides which I do have. Assessment, don't prepare only for exam. Theory, practical, viva, project, feedback. Theory, concept, procedure, standard workplace knowledge. Practical, we demonstrate. Viva, we explain your decision process and workplace understanding. Project, apply learning to realistic workplace problem where applicable. Feedback, use assessment result to improve the next performance. These we already studied, and overall the students need the 70% marks to get the examination pass. Build a skill passport, not just a mark sheet. When we are in the hospitality and tourism course, what we need a skill, we need a evidence, feedback, improvement, achievement. Okay, we need to get where do you perform it, evidence. Example, check-in role play, room inspection, restaurant service, complaint recovery, industry visit, internship task. Such skills we should have. The evidence become useful in interviews, CVs, internship and placement. Case study, the angry guest coming, I and saying, I have traveled for 6 hours, why is my room still not ready? Situation is, the guest is checking 2 p.m., room is not ready, he is tired and frustrated. So your first response, what words would you use in first 20 seconds? You will apologize to the guest politely. Sorry, sir. Do not argue, listen carefully, acknowledge the inconvenience, take ownership. And what should be your goal? Recover trust. And apart from that, give a realistic solutions, coordinate internally, and follow up. So, what words would you use in first 20 seconds? Okay, live role play, 4 students, 1 guest problem. So, guest frustrated but reasonable, start with the complaint. Front office associate need to listen, apologize, acknowledge, and propose a solution. What housekeeping will do? Explain the operational status professionally, do not blame each other. Duty manager coordinate recovery and follow up with the guest. So what housekeeping will do? Housekeeping is saying the room is not ready and room will take another 20 minutes. Guest, I cannot wait for 20 minutes. What are my options? So as a front office, if you are a front office, what will you say now? Guest is not getting convinced. You will ask to the duty managers, what solution can you coordinate? What solution can you provide? Ask guest. If any solution is provided by the duty manager of the front office after the coordinations, ask guest, would you accept the solutions? Why? So if guest is even happy and the guest is checking, after that we need to give a courtesy call to the guest, sir, everything is okay. So you need to put alert in the system also. This problem happened. We need to treat them as a VIP. If in case they need a late checkout, we will give them happily late checkout, even 4 p.m. if the occupancy is there. So coming slides, what did you observe? So in such scenario, how was your communication in the hotel? Empathy. Did they understand the guest? Did you understand the guest? Ownership. Did that even say, not my department? Have you taken the ownership? Teamwork. Did department coordinate? Problem solving. Was the solution realistic? You will follow up. Was the guest updated on that? What was the scenario? Right? So such things which you should have these skills. You don't need any theory or practical. If without the person who is not a graduate and that person is able to do such things, he's capable of doing. You don't need a degree to just be a good communicator, be empathetic, for ownership, for teamwork, for problem solving. You don't need any degree. Guess you're not asking for a degree. You don't care about your degree, whatever degree you are getting. But that skills you should have when you are in this hospitality industry. The professional response you should have for service recovery. I sincerely apologize for the inconvenience, sir, or madam. I understand you have had a long journey and must be tired. Please allow me to check the room status immediately and arrange the quickest possible solution for you. So you need to listen to the guest when he is angry. You need to acknowledge, you need to own, take responsibility, solve the problem and follow up until the problem is not done. The problem solution is not done. So key lesson from them, the guest sees one hotels, no separate departments. Current practices we will talk about, it's and the digital guest journey. So in the current era, what guest does? Guest discovers. If he is going Goa, he will search, he will see reviews on different properties, hotels he is going, he will check on the social media what people are talking about. After looking that, he will book through either website, online travel agencies, mobile, digital payments he will do. Then arrive at the hotel's by digital communication. He want a first check-in, first check-in, check-out. Online check-in, check-out options are available on the website. But accord as when your reservation is booked, before 3 days he sent the emails. When I was working with the core hotels, 3 days before, email goes to the guest for online check-in. He even upload everything, their passport, their addresses. When he will come to the receptions, he will only just sign and check in the hotel. Stay, requests, coordination, personalizations he wants for a pickup, for a stay, for different kind of requests. He has the flight details, and when he departing, he need a will. Nowadays, what's happening? We are asking the guest and sending the will to the room. Sometimes he's paying in the room. Feedback, loyalty, all these. Students need hospitality skills and digital confidence in current scenario. Learn the technology but never lose the human touch. So SOP versus personalizations. So standard operating procedures. Follow. So sometimes what happens? Guest is saying something and we are not listening to them. We say, sir, this is our standard operating procedures. Guests don't care about your standard operating procedures. So sometimes the personalization is required. Like in SOPs, follow approved procedures, safety standards, service sequence, adapt communication and service to legitimate guest needs. Example, a guest arrives early and is tired. We say, you say, sir, our SOP is 2 o'clock, and when you have a room, you're not giving to the guest. You need to handle, you need to be personalized. If in case a room is ready, is 1 hour is okay. No, we don't say this, we will give you 2 p.m. So weak response, check-in is at 2 p.m. Please wait. What will be the better response? Let me check availability and see what I can arrange for you, sir. Professionalism equal to standard plus judgment plus empathy to the guest. Service recovery, 5-step habit. Practical tool we are talking about, we already discussed. I think this is a always listen to the guest, acknowledge, recognize the inconvenience, do not interrupt to the guest, listen, do not interrupt to the guest, acknowledge, recognize the inconvenience, own, take responsibility for next action, solve, offer a realistic option, follow, confirm the issue is closed. Use the framework is complaint, delay, service failures and guest request. You check which step do students usually skip. So when time is over, please let me know. I have very long slides today. I have to explain in case you're getting. Upselling without being pushy. So good upselling begin with understanding the guest. Listen, what is the guest trying to achieve? Identify, find a relevant additional need or benefit. Explain value, describe the benefit clearly, not just the price. Offer, don't pressure. Give the guest a genuine choice. Confirm, make sure the guest understand what is included. Let's see if guest has booked the standard rooms. You see, the one person is along them. There are 3 per people. Room is small. You can offer, sir, we can upgrade you in this. The room is bigger. The room size is this, sir. You will not get fit. If you get this room, sir, this is a big room. You give us suite room option, sir. You can go to executive rooms. Just confirm them. Whatever we have, we cannot pressurize to the guest. You can offer them the facilities, sir. If you do this, you will get this. So always try to upsell, because when promotions happens, something happens. So it's always try to upsell, but don't pressurize to the guest. Listen to the guest also. You can just consider. You can just advise, sir. Would you like to have this? We have this room, sir. It's very beautiful room. Instead of getting, sir, this extra bed, please take the suite room, sir. Just 2,500. You will be, sir. Let's just understand when you are talking with the guest. When you will be in the hospitality after 1 or 2 years, when the guest you are talking with, you will be understanding what the guest capacity is of paying capacity is, what guest would like to have. When we are talking to the guest, we are getting the idea from the guest what he would like to have and how he is saying to me. So would you like to consider breakfast with your stay, sir? It may be more convenient for you during departure. So the 60-second guest complaint challenge. The restaurant is taking too long. I have the airport transfer in 40 minutes. Your first line, what will you say? What will be your action? What will you check or coordinate? Your follow-up, how will you keep the guest informed? You should be knowing that. So sustainability is now a hospitality skills. Energy, we need to save. You must have seen automatic keys when we are putting, when the guest is leaving, the lights are getting automatically. We seen have for a water, we have seen the sensors in the room. This responsible use and housekeeping practices. For food, waste reductions and better production planning is there. When the food is, some NGOs are registered. In Delhi, I was working. There was some 2 NGOs were registered. When the food is left after the buffet, it was served to those NGOs for the children who are who they are serving them. So local products, culture, community participation. For our resorts, there like in Dharamshala, I am here is the Redison is helping with the adapting the local cultures. There's a Gaddi tribe who are participating, who are showing their the local cultures and their makki ki roti, their specialty khasrod is one vegetables. They're providing them the experience of that. So guest responsible choice communication. Sustainable is not a separate department, it is a operating mindset. So now we are talking about artificial intelligence and hospitality. How does it work? What should student learn? AI changes task. Professionals still create trust, empathy, and judgment. AI can assist frequently asked questions, content, data analysis, demand forecasting, personalizations, workflow. But when human remain essentials, empathy, service recovery, complex decisions, leadership, relationship building, emotional intelligence. There is a huge fear within the community hospitality that the AI will take a job. What AI will not take a job, but those students will not acquire the artificial intelligence skills, they will lose the job. The person who has artificial intelligence jobs, they will replace them who doesn't have. The student question, which hospital task should never become just a button. So artificial intelligence, future of hospitality, from automation to now the time yesterday previous it was rule based automation, as we discussed in the hospitality era. When we are talking about present scenarios, we are living in generative AI, artificial intelligence, and the emerging trends is agentic AI. The agentic AI is very advanced system. In case you have booked a flight and you missed your flight, what the agentic AI will do, you will just show them I missed my flight, but agentic AI will do, it will automatically cancel and which flight is suitable for your next for to you next. This will automatically book and adjust your money. All those questions on the behalf of you, the agentic AI will handle the task. So the professional read, the shift is from tool that execute instructions to system and can plan, coordinate, define the goal with human oversight. So we already discussed this rule-based automation, generative AI and agentic AI. So generative AI versus agentic AI. Generative AI write a reply to a guest. Agentic AI resolve the guest issue within policy. Hotel center reduce guest waiting time at arrival. The agent may plan step, use connected system, check results, escalated when needed. Human approval remain important for high impact decisions. The goal, hotel scenario we are talking about, goal reduce guest waiting time at arrival, check arrival patterns and room readiness, identify delay or bottlenecks, coordinate tasks with connected systems, update the guest and staff, escalate exceptions to a manager. From a chatbot to hospitality agent, the same guest request can require very different levels of artificial intelligence ability. Rule: what are your check-in hours? Return a pre-written FAQ. When, as we living in the generative AI, explain late check-in option. Create a natural language response. But what the agentic AI will do, my flight is delayed, please help manage my arrival. Check relevant information, coordinate allowed actions, communicate and escalate exceptions. So where it can matter, agentic AI across hotel departments, think in terms of goal, workflow, connected systems and human approval. In front office, arrival coordination, agentic AI will do, service recovery will do, guest request, the agentic AI will handle. In housekeeping, room readiness, coordination will make, prioritizations and exception will do. In F&F survey, inventory alert, demand support, guest experience and workflow will be handled by agentic AI. In sale and revenues, lead follow, proposal workflows, market monitoring, HR training, learning sports, onboarding flow, knowledge assistance. In a guest experience, what they will do, trip planning, personalized recommendation, multi-step assistance. So current and future AI trends in the hotel industry, 22% of jobs expected to be structures disrupted by 2030. 59% of workers will need training by 2030. 69% of skill expected to see increasing use by 2030 AI and big data. 78% of hotel chain already using AI. 89% of hotel chain planning additional AI application. 42% chatbots are the most common AI use case today. 50% customer data management leads planned exceptions. 59% of chain implementing booking engine personalizations. Main adoption barriers: AI expertise 62%, unclear strategies 51%, integration challenges 45%, resistance to change is 31%. What AI means for hotel operations? For a guest experience, from guest interaction to revenue, personalization and workforce capability. When we talk about the guest experience, chatbots, virtual assistants, and personalized booking journey can support faster, more consistent guest interaction. Revenue and distribution, how AI can help. AI can strengthen demand forecasting, dynamic pricing, direct booking personalization, revenue decisions. Operational efficiency, automation can reduce repetitive tasks and can help teams focus on service quality, problem solving, and guest relationships. Same like people and skills, as AI adoption grows, hotel need continuous upskilling in AI literacy. Future ready hospitality workforce, it has to be AI enabled hotel. Implication for hospitality and tourism education and training. AI enabled hotel, digital human skills, smarter service, better employability. This is the model of future AI hospitality workforce. You should in the future you should have AI literacy, AI knowledge, literacy knowledge, understand AI tool limitations and responsible use. Data skills, you should have interpret customer demand and operational data. Digital guest service knowledge, you as a hospitality associate should have use technology while remaining empathy and personalization, problem solving, handle exception, service recovery, and complex guest needs. Communications, build trust where human interactions matter most. Continuous learning, regular upskilling as tool and job roles. So from AI adoption to AI readiness, access, pilot, upskill, integrate, and measure. Access, identify where AI can create value and where human judgment is essential. Pilot, start with focus use cases such as chatbots, personalizations, and data management. Upskill, build staff capability in AI literacy, digital tools, data and service recovery. Integrate, connect AI with existing PMS, CRM, booking, and operational systems. Measure, track guest satisfactions. AI help to measure, integrate, upskill, pilot, and access. Track guest satisfaction, productivity, revenue, impact, and employee experience. The competitive advantage is not AI alone. It is people who know how to use AI to deliver the hospitality services. What skills become more important in the era of AI? In the human skills, empathy, communications, culture sensitivity, service recovery. Digital skills, PMS, CRM literacy, AI tools, data awareness, cyber hygiene. AI skills should be prompting, verification, workflow thinking, responsible AI use. Management skills should have decision making, exception handling, coordination, leadership. Industry knowledge should have front office, F&B, housekeeping, revenue, and guest experience. What is the future of hospitality? Collaboration, not competition. So there will be the collaboration between the human touch and the artificial intelligence. Human barmath, artificial intelligence. AI handle the routine, human on the moment, together magic happens. Technology gives us the capacity to scale efficiency. Humanity gives us the reason to care. Hospitality is the art of combining both. So if there is no human touch, there is no impact of positive experience impact of AI. The new service equation, AI plus human intelligence plus emotional connection. Balancing the service model, key responsibility, booking and billing, automate, augment, humanize, and delight. So when we talk about if a key responsibility is booking and billing, managed by artificial intelligence, automated 90%, and lead by human, supervised, save time, reduction, error काम होंगे इसमें. Culinary creations, menu brainstorming will be done by the AI, 100% chef led, chef will made, sensory quality, creativity, and craft. These are the primary value of that. In the guest welcoming, data AI will help in data retrieval, and this will be 100% will be managed by humans. So with the guest, trust, comfort, and immediate connection will be maintained. Crisis resolution will help. Draft options managed by AI, 100% human-led, empathy, judgment, and recovery. So automate routine, argument decision support, humanize emotion and judgment, delight memorable moment for the guest. Key principle: automate the frictions, augment the professional, and protect the human moments that guests remember. Your career can start small and grow big. So hospitality and tourism offer multiple progression pathway. As an entry, you join either as an associate or as a trainee. Then you get skilled senior associate. When you become a supervisor, then management role, then leadership role. So you have a job opportunities in hotel, resort, restaurant, cruise, airlines, travel, tour operations, events, MICE, wellness, entrepreneurship. Your first job is a starting point, not your final destination. Common skills gap and how to fix them is a communication. You need to work on your confidence, customer handling, technical skills, problem, how to solve the problem, and professionalism, on which we already discussed in the previous slides. So we are not going to spend a very long time on this. How to become industry ready before graduations: practice, expose, network, upgrade, and reflect. Practice is 5 action can start immediately. Turn classroom learning into repeated performance. Expose, visit hotel destinations and tourism businesses. Network, build professional relationship with the faculty and industry. Upgrade, learn digital tools, AI basics, and emerging tourism practices. Reflect, after every practical task, ask what can I improve. Don't wait for your first job to start behaving like a professional. Your first 90 days in the industry. So what should a new hospitality graduate focus on? So for example, from first to 30 days, learn SOP, observe seniors, ask questions, master punctuality and grooming. Day 31 to 16, handle more guest interaction, practice problem solving, understand interdepartmental work. From days 61 to 19, take ownership of tasks, seek feedback, and identify one area to specialize in. The goal is not to know everything on day one. The goal is to improve every week. What would you want your manager to say about after 90 days? So interview questions: why should we hire you? Should be so turn a generic answers into evidence. So you should be interview ready for that. Employability, career readiness. You need to get your, in case we are asking why should we hire you. So you need to learn when we are practicing. Your answers has to be strong. You need to practice on the question, on the employment ready questions. Like a week, I am hardworking and passionate about hospitality. You will say, if you, this is a weak answer. The little better answer would be, I have practiced front office and guest handling task and I am comfortable communicating with the guest. Your stronger answer will be, during practical training I handle guest scenarios, worked in team, learned to solve service problem under time pressure. So interview formula: skill, evidence, and attitude. That mean evidence mean I have done this training. Skill, while you are answering any questions, please skill during practical training. That means skill. I have handled guest scenarios, worked in team, learned. Evidence and attitude, there should be. Okay. What does a great guest expect? Think from the guest point of view. We welcome, we provide speed, fast check-ins, accuracy in the service, personalization, recovery, and farewell. Which one is easiest to deliver? Which is hardest? You need to think on that. Service recovery 5 steps: listen, acknowledge, own, solve, and follow. Use the framework in complaints, delay. The 60-second challenge, complaint challenge. The restaurant is taking too long. I have the airport transfer in 40 minutes. Already done. There's a one quiz I have mentioned answer. A guest complaint. What come first? Argue, listen, blame another department. So first come blame. Listen. Who owned the guest experience? Only front office, only manager, the whole team. Whole team. What keeps a qualification valuable? Continuous learning, stopping the graduate, avoiding feedback. Be response to service failure. A promise anything, ignore, give a realistic solution and follow. Debrief. Why is the answer more important than memorizing the procedure? What I have learned from the vocational hospitality tourism: practice builds confidence faster than theory alone. Industry exposures reveal real gaps. Communications often decides whether technical skills become useful. Students become more professional when they are given responsibility. Industry expects change. Learning cannot stop after graduation. My message: use every practical opportunity as a rehearsal for your career. Finally, reflection: what will you take with you? One skill. What skill will you improve in next 30 days? One habit. What professional habit will you bring tomorrow? One experience. What practical opportunity will you actively seek? Don't fear the industry to teach you everything. Use college to practice becoming the professional you want to be. So your degree will